Stay connected with the latest in wellness and healthcare news. Find Faith Community Hospital on Facebook and Twitter. Visit fchtexas.com for more information.
In the land of the Bridgeport Bulls, we got head coach Danny Henson. And, Coach, this is the kickoff of season 4 for us, for Coach's Corner. We really enjoyed spending time with you coaches and these athletes. Tell us about the prospects for this year.
Well, we got off to a pretty slow start Friday night, but we played a really good opponent. Alvarado was one of the best teams in the state, and they looked to me like they might be one of the best teams in the state.
They lived up to their reputation. What are they, ranked 9th, I believe?
I think right now they're even higher than that. But anyway, they're one of those teams that's in the conversation for who might be playing for a state championship. They only lost a state championship by a couple points, last season. So that was definitely a really good opponent. We would have liked to have done better, but shows us some things that we're going to have to try to get better at in the weeks to come.
I didn't get to make the game there in Alvarado, but the review that I read indicated you guys really played with heart, and Gabe, I believe, came up with scores for the team in the third and the fourth quarter. The guys played with heart.
Yeah, they did. We physically were outmatched in a lot of areas, and we have to get a lot better at a lot of our techniques to keep that from happening again. But offensively, we actually had 160 yards rushing, so there was a lot of good blocking, a lot of good running with the ball in that category. So we're hopefully we can build on that this week.
And who was it, Hunter, the quarterback, hurt his ankle? How's that doing?
That's still a process. We don't know yet. He's still unable to practice as of today, so we're going to have to wait and see as the week goes on how that is going to heal, and what his status for this week is still questionable.
How about overall, injury-wise, how are you standing?
Right now, he's the only one that we're questionable about not getting to play.
How many returning players do you have?
I can't remember exactly, just to be honest with you.
It's a fairly small number, I think.
It was a small number. We're dealing with a whole bunch of brand new guys, and that kind of showed up some on Friday night's game too. Their first varsity game. A lot of them, not only was their first varsity game, it was in Alvarado against a good team, and especially early in the game. I thought as the game went on, a lot of those guys started settling down and playing better. Including our backup quarterback, Trey Cook, who may be our starting quarterback this week, depending on what the injury situation is. But he got better as the game went on also.
Certainly got some time in Friday night. Now, we'll set up this upcoming week's game for us.
Well, we're traveling to Abilene to play Abilene-Wiley. And, I guess the good news about the Alvarado game is that's behind us. The bad news is we're playing another team that's about as good.
And on the road again.
On the road again. That's just the way the schedule worked out. But what we're focusing on is trying to get our team better. So it really wouldn't matter to us who we're playing or where we're playing. We have some things that we have to get better at as a team for us to reach our goals once we get to district, and we hope to get better at those no matter who we're playing right now.
Terrific deal. Coach, let's talk to a player or two. How about it?
You bet.
Okay, Coach, one of your standout guys from Friday night. Introduce him. We want to visit with him.
This is senior Gentry Funk. Gentry is our center on our offensive team, and unlike a lot of the guys that were playing in their first varsity game Friday, Gentry is a 3-year player for us and had an outstanding game, faced a really good nose guard, and had a good game for us.
Terrific deal. Step over just a little bit. Gentry reminded me I visited with him in his sophomore year, a senior this year. What's it like down under on Friday night?
It gets pretty intense. I mean, there's a lot of head hitting. It's just pretty crazy.
Yeah. That Indian team really proved why they're rated as high as they are in the state. Were you guys surprised at all, or did Coach pretty well have you prepared that it was going to be a challenge?
We all pretty much knew it was going to be a challenge. It's our second year facing them, and every year is a challenge.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit how the game went. Early on, these guys put some points up on the board. How tough is it to keep chin up?
It's really hard. It's just hard to get everybody focused and let everybody know we're still in this.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know, it was a pretty tough score going into halftime. What was that locker room like Friday night?
was quiet. I mean, everybody was pretty down in the dumps, but we rattled back.
Yeah, Coach gave you some encouragement there at the half.
Oh yeah, he told us don't let our heads down.
And you guys came back, scored a couple of times in the second half. So it really kind of saved face as far as your team went.
Well, like I said, they jumped out on us really early, and it was just hard to come back on that. But we tried.
You ready to go on the road again? A trip to Abilene this week?
Oh yeah, I'm ready for Abilene, definitely.
How's Coach preparing you guys for that one?
Well, they have just as good a team as Alvarado does, and we're just trying to group together on this one.
How was your summer?
That was pretty good.
Did you work or
Yeah, I worked for my parents.
lay around at the pool?
I wish I could lay around at the pool. That'd been nice.
Okay, terrific. Thanks for spending some time with us today, Jimmy.
Thank you.